Well guys, Revv just released some new pedals for you guys. This is the V2 version of the G series pedals. I have the red and the purple channel pedals here, and these things are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to start this video out with a full mix, and then we're going to compare these pedals to the actual amplifier and see how close they are. Okay, so here is the signal chain that I will be using with the pedals in this episode. I have the pedals here, and they are hooked up to my KSR PA50 amplifier. It's a all-tube 50-watt power amp. And for effects and switching, I'm using the HX effects from line 6. And they're going through my Mesa cab with vintage 30s, and the microphones are the Royer 121 blended with the Shure SM57. So let's start out for the full mix. I'll play some riffs on each pedal for you, and I'll also compare the purple pedal to the purple channel on the actual Revv amplifier, and you're going to be shocked with the results on that. So stay tuned for that. And what else was I going to say? Oh, yes, I'll be using the purple channel, or the purple pedal for all the rhythms, and the red one for the leads. Okay, so here we go. Okay, that freaking sounded amazing. So I ended the rhythm section, you know, after the solo with the red pedal. But yeah, that just sounded incredible. So these pedals are awesome. The feel is great. One of the things that I love about Revv amps so much is the way that they feel. You know, I've always felt invincible when I played through their amplifiers because they're so responsive and they got this thick chewiness to them that I love so much. And, you know, a lot of times when companies come out with pedals that represent their amps, it's almost like the Temu version of their amps, but that does happen. But with Revv, that is not the case at all. These pedals are so good that you literally feel like you're playing the amplifier. And I'm so glad that companies like Revv are keeping all this in mind when they make their pedals, because they are true representations of their amplifiers. And I'll prove that in a minute here. I'm going to shoot out the pedal against the actual amplifier and you know, show you that. So before I do that, let's switch over to the purple channel and just play some riffs on it just to show you what it sounds like. I mean, that sounds amazing. Now, I am boosting it with the Horizon drive that's inside the HX Effects, and I'm going to keep that throughout the video here. You know, there's probably plenty of videos you're going to watch today with people not using a boost. I boost all my amps and my pedals, and if you don't like it, deal with it. I don't really give a shit today because I got shit to do. So I'm on the purple pedal here, and I'm on the red as far as the aggression goes, and then the gain is at just under 3 o'clock. And here are the other settings right here. So I got the bass at top dead center. I scooped the mids a little bit, and then I bumped the treble. And that's basically how I've set up. So I'm going to adjust the aggression switch here. So I'm going to put it in the middle, then I'll go to blue and then red. All right, so I went around the clock there. I started with it off, and then went to blue, and then red, and then back to off again. And that is a very powerful switch. And I like it on, at least with this pedal, I could go either blue or red. You know, I think neutral's great, but it's more of a sculpted kind of sound. So if you're into that punk rock, or you were doing some fast picking or whatever, and you want super articulate kind of stuff, you can do that. And it adjusts the gain a little bit, like it enhances or dehances the gain, if that makes sense. It fills it up or sculpts it a little bit, depending on where you have it. You know me, I like all my shit like really full and fat and aggressive, and I think either blue or red would work for me. And the settings on the pedal are pretty simple. I mean, they're just settings that I think a lot of people would use, you know. I mean, if you want more bass, obviously there's plenty of headroom here. I have it only at noon. Let's just mess around with the knobs a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. And what's nice too with the gain is it doesn't get muddy when you go past noon like some pedals or some amps do, you know. It retains a great shape and a lot of aggression and articulation still. So I think, I mean, this is the money channel on their amps, like the purple channel. That's the one most people gravitate towards. But that said, the red channel also is something you don't want to ignore. I think having both is great because this is a little thicker and it's great for leads, but it's also really good for rhythm. So let's mess around with that really quick now. So that's a good setting for a pretty tight rhythm tone. I mean, this thing will get tight as well. Just leave your, you know, what is this? The aggression switch in the middle. But let's mess around with the settings here, and then we'll switch around with the aggression switch and see what else this thing has to offer. All right, that's a pretty tight tone, and I like that a lot, but let's go ahead and add some aggression to it now. All right, that's a great rhythm tone as well. It's a little chunkier, you know, a little beefier. So if you like that, you can go for that as well. Still remains very articulate, and I'll prove that now. Yeah, so all of that kind of stuff really comes out well with it. So yeah, I think it's great. So now let's do, let's turn on some effects here, and maybe we'll do a little lead riff thingy and see how it sounds for leads. I think these pedals really represent the amp very well. So now let's go to the fun part where we compare the actual pedal to the amp. I'm going to do that with the purple channel. So let's do that. Switch back over here. And so when you see the Revv in the corner, that means I'm playing that. When you don't see it, I'm playing the pedal. So let's see how they both compare. Well, if you ask me, that's pretty much dead nuts accurate, you know, and the settings are pretty much the same too. So I don't know how they did that, but the settings on the pedal very, very closely mimic the settings on the actual amplifier. So I think that's awesome. I don't know what they did to make these pedals sound just like the amp and feel just like the amp, but if you ask me, they nailed it. So if you're on a budget and you love how the Revv amps sound, just like I do, but you can't afford one right now, but you still want to have that sound and that feel, get one of these pedals. Or actually, if you ask me, I think you should get both, because then it gives you some different tone opportunities, and you can have a rhythm and a lead, or, you know, this could be rhythm, this could be lead, whatever you want, you know. but both of them have their own kind of characteristics that I think you would like. And they're not super expensive, so adding these to your arsenal would be a great idea. I really think so. And by the way, full disclosure, Revv did send me these pedals. I'm not being paid for this video though, you know, and I'm not doing this because I want more gear. Dude, I got so much freaking gear, I'm swimming in it. I could probably start my own freaking store right now. So I need another pedal like I need another hole in my head. So don't think I'm doing this because I want a bunch of free stuff from manufacturers. It's just, I think they're a great company. Derek sent me the pedals, and I messaged him, I think it was a week or two ago, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you guys are releasing some new pedals. He's like, yeah. He goes, just check them out, tell us what you think. But I like them so much, I figured I would just do this video for you guys and for them, because I think they're a great company, they're great guys, and they make awesome stuff. I mean, their amplifiers are amazing. Top 5 in my book, you know, kitchen sink amps. They offer so much, you know, for a great price. And I just think these are awesome. And like I said earlier in the video, it's hard to find companies that make the pedals for, you know, their amplifiers that represent them as accurately as these do. You know, I mean, it's kind of rare when you find that. So I really think you can get the legit Revv sound with these. Now, the number one thing that I would recommend too is use these with a good power amp. Okay, don't buy some cheap, crappy solid state power amp that sounds like ass and run these through them, because it's just going to make them sound anemic and stuff. I would recommend running them through, if you're going tube, go with the KSR PA50 or the PA100. Go with something like that. If you want solid state, I would recommend the ISP Stealth or the Quilter. Those are the two I would highly recommend for you guys to use, because those are great power amps and I think they do a great job. So get either one of those and you'll be fine. I've done shootouts with those. Watch my videos on those and you'll see that I'm absolutely correct on that. The Seymour Duncan Power Stage, I've always found it to be kind of anemic sounding, and there is a difference. So make sure you get a good power amp with these and they're going to sound amazing. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got something out of it. And you can use my affiliate link to Motor City Guitar, linked below, to get these. And they ship anywhere in the US and they ship faster than anybody else. And I just think that it's a great store to deal with. And yeah, so get them through that, or however else you want to get them. But if you want to help me out a little bit, I'd appreciate that. But anyways, I'm glad you guys watched this video and hung out with me while I had a cigar and shot a video for you guys. All right, so I got to get out of here, but thanks to everyone who's been supporting my channel. I really appreciate all my subscribers and Patreon supporters. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss upcoming episodes or live streams. If you're looking for the ultimate metal tones, go to my website, linked below, and get some packs for yourself on any of those digital platforms. And I guarantee you're going to love them, man. I get a lot of great feedback on those. Anyways, well, I got a lot of great stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.